Okay, fair use, fair use. Happy to be back. Not on a good note. This brother here, I like him. Let's say fair use first. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowances is made of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances is made for fair use for the purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, criticism and comments today. Because, wow, man. I know my brother went to college. He was an athlete. But I don't want to go in like Charles Barkley. Some of us need to take these college and communication classes level, college level communication and English classes. But this brother keep misreading simple stuff. So we're going to watch him misread something in the Wisdom of Solomon. And you tell me what you think. You leave your comments, and maybe we can figure out your reading and comprehension level in the meanwhile. Okay, let's see. Okay, go. Let's see. Go, brother. Brother Galilee.
Man, meaning Adam and all his descendants after him, would look like God. And that's right, because we look like God. We look like Christ. We look like the angels, right? A black man, you understand? But this is also...
So, what? I'm going to set it up. He just said we looked and we saw we looked like God, right? But we going to keep looking at what... We're going to keep looking at what these people, Adam, we were only people in the image of God. We looked like God. Adam and Eve looked like God. Now, to me, that would be saying that we had the most beautiful image that we could have been patterned after God. He's the most beautiful thing that anybody could ever see. We look at God and look at ourselves. We say, man, I want to look like him. Or either you say, I look like him. I like myself just like this. I look like God. Because we were using 100% of our brain. We didn't have anything else to judge by. We knew how minute we were, how infinite, what am I saying, infinite? Infinite or finite? Finite is God. Infinite is us. Okay? So let's keep listening. Just keep that in mind. We thought we were the greatest looking things on earth because we knew we looked like God. We were in his image. We had nobody else to judge and say, well, he looks better than God. Let's see.
So going into immortality. Watch this. Give me that real quick in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23. Yeah, you can show that picture. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 23.
The book of the Wisdom of Solomon, 2 and verse 23.
Go ahead.
For God created man to be immortal.
God made man to be immortal, meaning he's telling you, when God created man, when he created Adam immortal. Go ahead.
What that mean? That only means he created him to live forever. Okay? Death was not on the earth. Okay? So you got to look at the whole thing. Okay? Let's keep listening.
And made him to be an image of his own eternity.
You hear that?
Yeah.
That's the image right there.
That's
when
right.
It says, made in the image of the Lord.
That's right.
You understand?
That's
it means
right.
Made him to be eternal.
Not only does that, see, they tried to attach, I've been running into this on Facebook a lot. They tried to say one terminology that they give is the only terminology but in Greek, one word could mean more than one thing, right? It depends on the context, right? So he's saying mortality you could view mortality. Now you give me a scripture showing me that you can view mortality. You can't view mortality. That's not what this scripture is saying. That's the first blooper that got him off balance, right? Because everybody trying to be so heavy and want to get something heavier than somebody else. That's why I'm on here today on my channel, balancing this thing out. Because I know these heavy thinkers and heavy hitters want to be worshipped. And we're not going to worship you. We're going to get the scripture and get it right so we can get out of here, okay?
Immortality. Adam was not created to die. Go ahead.
Nevertheless,
Okay, wait a minute. Go back and look at it again. He said, remember, he said mortality is the vision, is the image, is an image that we can view. Because he's going to turn it into something we can view. So let's go back and look at that one more time, what he said.
Go ahead.
and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
You hear that? That's the image right there. When it says made in the image of the Lord, you understand? It means made him to be eternal.
Okay. Made him to be eternal. The image of his own eternity. Now we got to think about that. You got to think about that. The image of his eternity. That word image mean likeness. Likeness. Because we know we're not made in the image in these physical bodies of God's eternity. Why? Because we are going to be given celestial bodies. So we know that can't mean that. We're going to be given celestial bodies in the end. Okay? Did we have those celestial bodies? No, because we was tied to gravity. We was tied to gravity, man. Let's go.
Immortality. Adam was not created to die. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world.
But through the envy of the devil came death into the world. Go ahead.
And they that do hold of his side do find it.
So it said, nevertheless, through envy of the devil. Who envied the devil? The woman, Eve. She envied the devil, therefore man lost their immortality. Adam and Eve were not created to die. Adam was a god. Adam was made in the image.
Now. Okay? Here's the thing. Adam was not deceived. Okay? Adam was not deceived, right?
But through the envy of the...
Uh-oh. Man, don't tell me. Let me get that back. I know how to get it back. Okay, let's get it back.
When it comes to my health, I have more than one goal.
Let's get it back. Okay.
That's the image right there. When it says made in the image of the Lord, you understand? It means made him to be eternal. Immortality. Adam was not created to die. Go ahead.
Nevertheless, through the envy of the devil came death into the world.
But through the envy of the devil came death into the world. Go ahead.
And they that do hold of his side do find it.
So it said, nevertheless, through envy of the devil. Who envied the devil?
Nobody envied the devils the way the devil was set up, or anything. I don't believe it. Because the Bible said that Adam was not deceived, but Eve was, right? And what was Eve promised? Eve was promised that she would be like God, not like the devil. The devil didn't say, hey, you'll be like me. He said, you'll be like God if you just do this stuff I'm telling you to do. Do what God told you not to do. Now, you got to give me a scripture. Normally, yeah, that comes along with envying a person when they got something you don't have. I think that's what he's getting out of this. I ain't trying to be hard on the brother because you can't, wisdom is something that, you can't measure. I can't measure myself with him or he measure him by me or, we measure up to Christ. So, but let's get down to what she was thinking. The devil told her you would be like God if you disobey God, knowing the knowledge of good and evil. Okay? He tricked her. Okay, we know that. But Adam was not deceived. So the curses didn't come to Adam. God didn't even come back to the garden to chastise him until Adam, whatever it was, did what he did what the sin was. Believed the devil. You can't say that the fruit the forbidden tree was that their minds would believe the devil? No, because Adam was not deceived. You can't use that either. The only thing you can use is when God set man up in the garden and said, he's in the image of God. They knew, they could see, he looked like God. The devil envied man because he looked like God. Now, you can argue with me, show me some scriptures, but we know that the devil envied man. That's in more than one scripture. We know that Satan envied man. He envied God's creature because God set us down on earth over Satan, over the serpent in the garden. We were over him because he gave us that dominion, right? Over the whole earth, the workings of the heavens, the universes. We have dominion over all the universe. That's the envy right there. That's real. That's where real envy can stem from. That kind of envy. Why? How do we know? We can keep following the trail. What did Satan do? He went to them and tried, because he knew, okay, same way the drug dealers and all of that, all of the wicked people do, when they jealous of you, all of the white men do, when he jealous of you, he comes and try to make you fall out of fellowship with God. That's the theme and the pattern that it's trying to show us, that the Satan will always come and make us fall out of fellowship with God so he can get his kingdom, get our kingdom. That's what it's showing us. He can get the title deed to the earth if we fall out of fellowship with God. Brother, I don't know how you reading so backwards, man. I don't understand it. You've been to college, you're a professional ball player, you wanted the captain, you're doing a good job, but you gotta start thinking this stuff through. You're leading people down the wrong road. Okay, that's it. God bless y'all. You tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. All praises to the Most High.